It's week 2 of the National Football League. And this one features Marlon Humphrey, who got himself a pick last week and a boatload of tackles. It's the Ravens and the Texans, just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we see the first throw of the ball game, and he's got it complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. They'll look to throw. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 120 yards even.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a short gain down to about the 33. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. The Texans are 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. And now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
By the skin of their teeth, they are able to convert on 3rd and inches. They'll set up a throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. This pass complete to Reynolds. And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 2nd and 11. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this will remain a scoreless game. So this home crowd not too enamored with what they saw right there. They wanted their guys to go for it on 4th and goal. They settled for the field goal try, Charles. Ultimately, they get nothing.
Yeah, it turns out that they were correct. I thought the decision to take the 3 was the right one, but because of the miss, it's real easy to second guess now.
And some room to maneuver. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there on the option. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Back to throw, Smith. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
That red man coverage and decided to test him early. And it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and the Ravens strike first and 3's in. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Yeah, they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And right side, they're going to go option here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hey, check this.
He'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 22-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now it's Smith. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. And a long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Let's go.
Throwing is Smith. Escaping the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Back to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Hurry.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this to about the 34, a gain of just 3. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. They'll set up to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense is certainly playing well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. An option handoff here to Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Here's Smith. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On the move past the 40. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Patrick Queen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. And defensively, Baltimore's in a dime look here on 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Smith's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Smith. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Now Gino on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. The completion to Riddick. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 23. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Gino. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will do it for this 1st half. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, and it's the Bills with the lead in the 2nd quarter. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Deontay Johnson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail the visiting Cowboys at halftime. Tony Pollard, a touchdown run in that first half. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Ravens. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Texans, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now Dobbins again on second down. Oh, look at the juke. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 106 yards on the ground here for Dobbins. And a first down coming up. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line. Throwing on third down, Smith. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Give him 17 on the pickup there. The Texans also get a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. 2nd and 4. Try to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Odafe Oweh. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the fourth quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Geno now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Geno. He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Texans scoop it. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The football back over to Baltimore, and J.K. Dobbins looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards in the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
Fresh off the pick 6, it's Smith. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Smith. He finds Riddick, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. An option handoff here to Dobbins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 45 on 2nd down, Smith. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. Here's Smith. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. And it's caught. Touchdown! Mark Andrews, his first touchdown here in the new campaign. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And not much happening there. He's taken down by a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Texans. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add to their 4th quarter lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins. Is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Come on. Hey.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bronco switch. Check. Unlock line.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And it's a defensive end getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Smith. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now left side on the swing pass. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Smith throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 32-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 32-yard line. Now it's Smith. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Smith. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Smith now to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown. Now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hopkins. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get it behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially solve this one away. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Elliott good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. So that last touchdown sealed it there, partner, and then the kickoff there at the end, just a formality to knock the final seconds off and send everyone home.
Yeah, it's awfully nice when you're kicking off late, knowing that even if you give up a big return or a touchdown, it doesn't matter, right? You mentioned the word formality. Good job by them putting themselves in that situation where kicking off did not matter.
So for the Texans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.